Forever, forever, that is the supreme desire. Nothing is real that is not forever. I recently came across an idea, actually, that I found disheartening, to say the least. There are 3 types of death in Mexico. The first death is when you learn you're gonna die, right? The moment of self-consciousness, when you become awakened to your mortality, right? That first moment of being kicked out of the Garden of Eden, that self-consciousness that I am mortal, that is the first death in Mexico. The second death is the moment that you actually die, right? It may be 80 years after the fact that you first learn you're mortal, but then the moment you die and you're gone forever and you become food for worms, that's the second death in Mexico. The third death in Mexico is the last time someone says your name. You know, because it is said that you live on in the memories of others, you take up real estate in the minds of others, people look at photographs of you and remember you with fondness, but there might come a point, unless you are a legend, that there will be someone who will be the last person to ever say your name, and that's the third Mexican death. And there's a faint disquiet, right, that bubbles up in your belly when you actually contemplate the tragedy of such a thing. The idea that a sentient mind, that a sentient being with the capacity for self-reflection, with the capacity to love, with the capacity to hope and dream and contemplate and ponder, with the capacity for ecstasy and agony and anguish and awe, is to become extinguished by the same cosmos that engendered, that potentiated one's existence. What a fucking cruel joke. To actually fathom non-existence after salivating and foaming at the mouth at one's capacity to be. Alan Harrington wrote, "Any philosophy that accepts death must itself be considered dead, its questions meaningless, its consolations worn out." You cannot ennoble the bitter end. You cannot ennoble the abyss, the nothing, as they call it in the never-ending story. I don't want the nothing. I want everything. There is an urge to carve one's name on the tree, to say, I was here, and this meant something, and it matters. And it matters.